G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in over on the south side of the map, we've got Kapoch. He's going to be playing the Mongols. His opponent who spawns opposite him on the north side of the map, we have got Hera, who is also going to be playing the Mongols. So we got ourselves a little bit of Mongol mirror madness. I know not everybody is a fan of the Mongols, but on a map like Danube River, it is pretty important to be playing the Mongols, or at least in my opinion. I'm a big fan of the Mongols on this map, but to be honest, I kind of prefer Delhi. I think that they're probably the number one civ on this map. But let's talk a little bit about what we're doing today, because this is the third game in the series between these two players. Kapoch going up against Hera. I'm not going to tell you the result of the first two games, just because I don't want to spoil it for you. But I will let you know that this is part of Lidicor's show match series. So if you're unfamiliar with Lidicor, he is a caster for Age of Empires 4. I would encourage you to check him out. He's got a YouTube channel. I'll leave a link down in the description. You can go and check him out there. But we're going to be stealing a couple of his games to cast. Now, obviously, it is open casting, so do not worry. Do not berate me. Do not say, Drongo, how are you stealing Lidicor's content? It's open casting. It's open casting. Calm down. Calm down. Doc going to be coming down now for Kapoch. Going to be going up against Hera, who is dropping down an Uvu. So he's going to be looking to add in a Doc as well. You'd be crazy not to. Oh, I like this play, Hera. Oh, I like this play, but I will just say something just from the get-go. This is going to be, how do you stop this? Okay. How smart is this from Kapoch? Kapoch has said, I am going to open up with an Uvu. I'm going to open up with my town center, and I'm going to put it right next to my dock. And you can come, and you can try and siege my dock down. But you have got no chance of getting through my town center, friend. Beautiful play here from Kapoch here. Such amazing foresight in this mirror to know that the potential thing that he could die to here is that timing. Now Hera does actually spot that out. You can see that he has line of sight over here. I wouldn't be surprised. He is moving the barracks over here, but if we just see nothing come out of this barracks, he will probably know, oh shit, my opponent has added a dock right under their town center, or put the town center right under their dock. What can I even do? And he's at a really good spawn in here that he's got the wood line right next to his coastline. Now, if we take a look over at Hera, it is a completely different story. I mean, he could put his town center right here, but still, that's not going to cover anywhere near as much as the of the dock as it needs to. You know, you put your dock down here, your town center's there, you can probably still fit like 17 pikes in there, and I'm not even like counting yet. So Kapoch looking really good. Very nice spawn for him. Obviously, this Uvu is still a potential find here for Hera. Hera has actually found it, so he could look to apply pressure there just with a couple of spears, and we can actually see the town center, or the barracks is being rallied down there towards the Uvu. So that is a correct play. I think that's a wise choice. I don't know if 4 is the right play to go. Just going for the 2 spears is going to still force your opponent to respond, but I guess at the same time, you've got to deal with the Khan, so it kind of makes sense to go for the 4 spears. Hera here thinking about things pretty well. I'm impressed with his play so far. Now going to be adding in this dock. So in this matchup, typically the way it works is the person who opens up with the dock first will lose. But obviously, this situation is completely different, because Danube River, it is a map where you're able to move right up next to the shoreline. We've seen players on maps, even like Mongolian Heights, begin moving their town center towards the middle of the map. So the fact that on Danube River, it's just so close to your to your starting location, it just makes total sense to do it. Now we've got a huge response coming out here from Kapoch. So he is actually dropping down a single barracks. I'm curious to see whether he looks to bring it down here. He is going to be moving it down here, so very curious. Now he obviously knows that Hera's got units on the way. That's why he dropped it down with 5 villages. But by the same token, he's looking to get this down. Now Hera could actually cancel or prevent this from going down. If he spots it, if he's paying attention, he will see the barracks coming in over towards the side. Actually, where is it? There it is. He can move a spear over right now. There it goes. Oh, he gets it down. Never mind. So initially he was going for it down here, but I think Kapoch changed his mind. He did the right thing. Going to be looking to get those double spears out. We immediately see it here. We've got ourselves a little bit of spear on spear action. So I do think Hera's going to have the advantage. He's going to continue trickling in units, or at least I would hope that he is. We see the spears go marching 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah. And indeed they continue coming off. And now we've got the spears going to be popping out for his opponent. Hera now actually going to be switching his attention towards this barrack. So looking to really force his opponent into a difficult spot. I would love to see from Hera an outpost down here as well. We'll have to see whether he's got villagers on the way. It doesn't look like it at this stage. We'll see whether he's got any more coming down from here, because if his opponent does look to secure this area, I wouldn't be surprised to see just an outpost dropped here, and that's really going to give him a lot of pressure. And now we actually see the attack or movement speed arrow coming there in through for Kapoch. And now Hera going to be looking to clean it up. More double spears going to be coming out. How is Kapoch got more numbers here? I've actually got no clue how he's managing to do it. More reinforcements going to be coming in here from Hera as well. So we've got ourselves quite a nice little early game. I love these sort of early games with the Mongols. Got to be careful there, Hera. Oh, my lord, that Khan. Oh, God, he was playing with fire right there. Jeez Louise. You got to be so careful with the Khan there. You can see just how much damage he gets. I actually think there was a post on Reddit. Someone meant, oh, Khan. Oh, he was lucky he got, like, pushed back or something. But I saw a post on Reddit. It was something, words to the effect of, the Khan is not cavalry. Well, my friend, let that be Exhibit A as to the Khan not being cavalry. He almost got one shot by those spears. And now it looks like we've got more spears up towards the north here, or rather more wolves towards the north here. Hera going to be forcing back his opponent. He's got 10 spears. Compare that to the spears of Capoch. And Capoch actually looking like he's got as many. Yeah, he does. So I'm curious to see what sort of micro we see between these two players as the Khan continues to move back. He can actually throw down a maneuver arrow here if he wanted to. But keep in mind, this whole time, Hera has been down fishing boats. So Capoch has got how many fishing boats? He's got 8 fishing boats at this point. Now we've got ourselves a little bit of action over towards the middle. We've got the maneuver arrow coming out as well. But behind this, Hera only having 6 fishing boats. So he's going to be down essentially 2 villages. That wolf going down. Hera continuing to funnel units in here. I'd be surprised not to see a second barracks potentially get thrown down here. Do we have an outpost? No outpost, but we do have a Gur coming down on the gold mine. Khan actually going down there. Wasn't paying attention. Apologies. So did miss that one. So Hera going to be having to refund his Khan and take it back to... Where do you take it back to? Take it back to the customer service desk and get himself a refund on that. But it'll be back in 2 minutes. Just let me go get another one from out back. Oh, he's got to be careful. No, the Khan going to go down as well for Capoch. And in these early games, it can be so unforgiving. I like that Capoch just donated his Khan over towards Hera. He said, you gave me your Khan, and I shall return the favor. Got the deer stones now going to be coming down for Capoch. He's looking pretty strong at this point. I got to say, like, this is so fly, dude. This is so nice. Really, really good spot here for Capoch, and he's falling back now. A lot of spears out for his opponent. 9 spears against 11, and you can see that Capoch is trying his best to delay this or to keep this outpost from going down. He knows that if he gets this outpost up, he should be fine. We see the villagers trying their best, and I think Hera realizes that this is a lost front, and he's going to have to fall back at this point as the villagers do jump inside, and the spears are going to be absolutely fine. So Capoch definitely victorious at this point on this front. We'll take a look at Hera. Hera now going to be aging up as well with the deer stone, so no surprises there. Even though Hera does love to do his silver trade, well, what does he call it? Yeah, the silver trade strategy. I do love Hera's silver trade strategy. It's so sweet. But going to be aging up there. Chucking it down with 10 or 8 villagers, so a nice amount of villagers there. Going to continue adding on fishing boats as well. Now sitting on 8 fishing boats himself. Not yet adding any fishing boats in it. I'm curious to see how much of the fighting actually turns to the water. So one of the things to note is that players can look to outpost up the pass or the crossing. Obviously, both players are playing Mongol, so I'm not expecting to see any walls out of either player. And if we do see walls out of either player, I'm going to be sort of scratching my head and saying, where the hell would you get the ability to do that from? Second outpost now going to be coming in as well for Capoch, so looking to defend this area. You can see that Yam network is on his units. We'll take a look over at Hera's perspective. He should have the Khan coming through any second. You can see the Khan, 6 seconds to go over for that bad boy. So he'll be running in at light speed. New age has begun as well. Hera up to the next stage. We'll have to see how he responds, whether he looks to add an archery range straight away. I would expect that with the amount of spears that we've got out from here, that he would probably look to add that one in. Nothing coming down for him at this stage. Is he adding? He is indeed adding a light junk here. So we may potentially see a little bit of water battles coming out. Now Capoch, on the other hand, going to be chasing away his enemy. We can see he's actually got the hardened spearman upgrade here. So just spearman on hardened spearman. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Hera taking this battle. He is down 20 health. He's down 2 attack. And even though he's outnumbering his opponent, it's going to be a difficult battle. It's basically like the 300 up against the 10,000 Zerg. What did the 300 even fight against? Surely it wasn't the Zerg, because if it was, then I think we're combining like fantasy with non-fiction. So I might need to check my references there. I'll be back. But now we've got double light junk going to be coming out. First one going to be heading out over towards Hera. No upgrades yet for these two as they do manage to begin battle. He's got to be careful with that Khan. It will take a lot of damage there. But now Capoch going to be looking to head back towards his base as the second light junk. And I wouldn't be surprised whether we see a second dock. Now Capoch, not really much idea of what the potential threat of Hera moving his town center is over towards this position, but I would suggest it's highly unlikely. So essentially the point I'm trying to get at is I wouldn't be surprised to see Capoch adding in a second or even a third dock and going all out on the water. Then there's the second dock, you know, quite literally as I'm saying it. So, you know, I've got a big brain. I'll say that much. Look, I'm pretty good at reading this kind of stuff, fellas. But villagers got to be careful. Khan is focusing it down. Not really focusing. It doesn't really have too much of a choice, but we've got plenty of archers starting to get mixed in now. Obviously got the archery range down here towards the south. He's got the double batches coming out. Blacksmith going to be going down as well on the Uvu, so he may potentially be looking at transitioning into improved siege at some point during the game. I don't think there's any real other upgrades that you can get from the blacksmith that are worth getting until the Imperial Age at least. We'll have a look and see what the improved upgrades do look like. Give me a second here. Here we go. Yeah, so they've got the military academy improved. That's available in the 3rd age, but he can actually go for the improved siege engineering right now. At least Hera can. I don't think his opponent can afford it, but yeah, biology improved, and then elite army tactics improved. God, that's 30%. That is pretty decent, isn't it? 30%. And now we've got those, I mentioned earlier, the outposts coming across the crossing, so that is a very nice move there from Hera. So difficult to deny that. And, I thought we just saw a light junk entering into this outpost. You know, they can actually do that. I've seen it before. It's absolutely hilarious. They just go, boop. I don't know if it's intentional or not. I kind of feel like it shouldn't be intentional, but yeah, Hera now going to be going up to the 3rd age, adding in a step redoubt, so Hera beginning to pull ahead and score. We'll check on his opponent. He's going to be looking to get up as well, so Capoche definitely thinking about the 3rd age, probably going to be adding in a step redoubt as well, probably looking for it right here, I imagine, right next to the 2 gold mines, but moving up towards the north, spots out his enemy, sees what he's up to. Spear's beginning to move up here as well. We see the movement speed arrow coming out. Might potentially connect with the Khan. Not going to be too lucky, but now going to be able to siege through these fishing boats, absolutely destroying them. First one going down. Second one almost going down. Hera reaching the castle age. Indeed, we've got the separate out going down right there. And now moving over towards this this position. He's got to be careful. You see those light junks doing their best to try and hold on without taking too much damage. But now over towards the... oh, jeez, this mass is really starting to build. Does he have any upgrades? What has he got on these bad boys? Yeah, no +1s just coming through yet for him. We'll take a look at Hera and see exactly what he's got. He doesn't actually have a blacksmith at this point in time. So I just hit the hotkey for it. Was unsuccessful. Have we got some... No, we got war junks coming out. I do like this. I think war junks are definitely the play here. So obviously explosive junks, you know, they're going to be having a difficult time. This map is all about the explosive junks. So you've got 2 options when you play this map. Number 1 is pay attention to water. Number 2, completely... don't pay attention to it. Just treat it like your little brother. Just ignore it. Sorry, Jaden. But yes, you just got to ignore it completely. I actually played a game recently. It was a Delhi Mirror on this map. And I went for water initially. I lost it completely. And I almost lost the game because of it. But I managed to come back just because I ignored it completely. I stayed away from the water because those explosive junks, they got a huge range on them. You got to be really careful with them. We'll check and see what Capoche is up to, what he's looking to add in. And he's going war junks himself. So I think that is definitely the right move. Both players will be looking to control this river, and I suspect that for this game, it's going to be about whoever wins the water wins the game. But we'll see whether that rings true as we continue to head towards this mid-game now, as the first war junk does begin to come out for Hera. Reinforcements over towards the middle as well. Men-at-arms going to be coming in. Do we have that blacksmith? Finally, that blacksmith going to be coming down. Improved siege engineering. So could potentially be looking for a mangonel here. I'd be very surprised if we saw springhoods coming out preemptively. But who knows? Who knows? Step it out in a pretty decent spot here as well. Very close to the 2nd gold mine. Reinforcements coming in as well. Crossbow is going to be coming out. So Hera doing a great job of scouting what his enemy is up to, knowing that the crossbow is coming out, and subsequently a mangonel would be very strong. So I'd love to see Hera play more towards this stealth forest and use that to shelter the mangonel, and then, you know, have his opponent push out, and then boom, hit him with the mangonel. Maybe hit him with the 2 mangonels. Maybe hit him with the three mangonels. That's dirty. That's dirty. Now, we've got the market coming down for Capoche. A little bit of a trade coming out. Over on the waterfront, we do have both players looking to hold off. Double junk going to be, or war junk rather, going to be coming out for Hera. He's going to be careful. He's going to have to fall back on this position. I think he only realizes now that everything is under attack. He's trying his best to fall back, and you can see the amount of damage that comes out. He's going to be doing a little bit of spin to win. It's not necessarily spin to win. It's like you kind of move them like this side, that side, this side, that side, and you want them to face, so you can see how they're facing that way, and then you want them to face with their harpoons down towards that way, or their ballistas down towards that way. But now we've got the town center. Oh, no, don't do it, Khan. Don't do it, Khan. Picked a battle that you can't win. 23 damage, manages to survive, 25 health. It's going to heal up. It'll be fine, fellas. Do not worry. Mangonel coming out right now. Mangonel going to be able to come out in time. Turn around, fellas. Turn around. Fight. Fire. Mangonel going to be able to get a shot on the back line. It does indeed, and gets a pretty decent one as well. Men-at-arms going to be absolutely fine there. Great timing there on Hera to get that Mangonel up, but my only fear was that it didn't come up soon enough, and beautiful shots coming out there, but now obviously his opponent knows that the Mangonels are in play, so Capoche, how is he going to respond? By getting improved siege engineering on his own. That Khan did actually go down for Capoche in the middle of the map. Going to be donating over a herdable sheep as well, but now we've actually got the war junk going to be able to come out. Springhood's going to be coming out as well. Now, I'm pretty sure the Springalds won't actually do a lot of damage to the War Junk. One of the changes I would love to see for the Springled is actually give them multipliers. So you can see it's got plus 90 versus Siege. Give it plus 90 versus Siege. Give it plus 90 versus Attack Ship, Warship, just, you know, all ships basically. Because you can see it does 30 damage, you know, after the 6, it's 24 damage there. And you kind of need something on the land that will counter the War Junks because, you know, you can build bombards, but that's age 4. And there's no way that Hera is going to be able to cross this at all. There's literally nothing he can do against the War Junks at all at this point, just simply because of Springles. Now, he's going to get a Trebuchet out, but once again, Trebuchets, you know, that is a laughing matter when it comes to any sort of water potential down towards this direction. But we'll see how he manages to go. The Traction Trebuchet's got 13 tiles of range, so compare that to the 16 tiles of range that the normal Trebs have got. That is the Mongol exclusive Trebuchet. Now, towards the base of Hera, looks like Light Junk is just doing a bit of damage. And I really would say at this point, Capoche is looking pretty decent when it comes... We've got the boulder coming off. Looks like it might have hit the fish, unfortunately. Those fish do look like they're still alive. So, as you can tell, the Trebuchet is not the strongest unit. But now... So, my main concern at this point is, like... What do either player do? Because they're at this... I mean, they're at a... Is it a crossroads? Is that what you call it? Because we've got Hera, who... Oh my god, that Trebuchet is fucking loud, dude. Oh, that did 100 damage. When it hits, it actually does damage, dude. That's not terrible. And it's siege damage as well, so it means it's not getting put down by armor. But you can see they fall back. Like, it's not going to be a big threat. Trebuchet going to continue to come in. I mean, maybe Hera's got something going on here. We'll have to see. Whether he's able to put something together. He is beginning to slowly work towards that. But now we've got the... keep in mind, we do have the War Junks that are going to be out here slowly working towards that. So we'll see what Hera is up to. So adding in another Springled as well. Slowly sieging down this dock. I mean, at this point, like, Capoche could add like 4 villages to heal this up, and it would be mitigating the complete effects of the Traction Trebuchet. Now it sounds like we've got a landmark going up. No, it's the Deer Stones just moving nearby. Do not be alarmed, fellas. Do not be alarmed. Plenty of resources coming in for his opponent. I feel like at this point, Hera's only option is to go to the Imperial Age and go for bombards. But who knows? Who knows? He might find a little secret as that Trebuchet continues to try and put pressure on this. He's going to add in a second Springled here as well. He's obviously got Mangonels he can go for as well. That is siege damage. I mean, 3 burst attacks, 12. So it's doing 36 damage a shot. I mean, if you got 3 of them, it does 100 damage. So you'd need 9 volleys from 3. And there would have to be no dock healing as well. Kind of wild. I don't think that's going to work. Capoche actually going to be losing one of his War Junks up towards the north. Hera, I got a pretty decent mass out, so that's obviously the other thing that he can deal with is what's the word I'm looking for? The other thing that he can do is he can just force his opponent off water through the use of water. With the Trebuchets here on the shoreline as well, he should be able to shell the town center, which will force him off from that position. So Hera looking pretty good. We see he does get the gold from taking out, and he's got to be careful over here behind him. His opponent's actually looking to do a nice little push coming in right now. Hera moving back towards the position. Mangonel shot's going to be coming out. A couple of Springleds out here, but they're not going to be doing too much damage. Mangonel getting a nice shot on the back line. You can see the health of those units are having a pretty difficult time of keeping themselves alive. Mangonel still going to be sitting up here. It manages to get a shot up before it before it dies. But Hera's positioning looking pretty decent here. I will say in both players now looking to get reinforcements out as well. We see them beginning to come across the crossings. More men at arms coming in, and it looks like Capoche beginning to pull ahead. You can see this sort of conga line that begins to wrap around one end, and sometimes we do see it where we've got a conga line that wraps on one end and a conga line that wraps on the other. But Hera going to be able to be Hera forced back from this position. Capoche going to be able to secure this one up. Manages to keep or that position, going to be able to reinforce and put down that second Uvu for the second time in the game. And now we've got plenty of War Junks out for Hera, and I love to see this from Hera. So I think in this position, he can probably leave just one here to prevent any passing coming through, and then look to push his opponent, maybe even look to use Trebuchets as well. I really like the use of Trebuchets on this front line. At least it makes a lot of sense going up against this town center. We'll have to see exactly how he plays it, though, as now the more War Junks are coming through. And Hera looking pretty strong at this point. I mean, if we take a look at scores, Capoche definitely looks like he's up. But I guess he who controls the water controls the game. So we'll have to see how players look to go. And a single explosive junk is going to force Capoche back from this position when he undoubtedly looks to push this. He's got to be very careful here. You can see Hera poking with that explosive junk, and subsequently Capoche realizing and saying, whoa, 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 I don't want anything to do with that. I do not want anything to do with that. Players now looking to get out into a little bit of a dirty bit of action over towards the southwest of the map as they come on this crossing. Hera doing a nice little bit of spin to win here. And going to be actually taking down one of the war junks of his opponent. One of his own goes down here. But 4 against 3, it's going to be a difficult sell for Capoche. He does have a 4th one going to be coming in here. Doesn't look like he's got any explosive dows or explosive junks, but Hera's ships are going to be firing off towards this dock. And subsequently, they're going to be... The dock is... You can see the dock is eating shots. And so this is a really smart move from Capoche here. He does lose another junk, and so does Hera. But he manages to even it up. A very, very smart move. So if you are fighting in these junk battles like that, being able to just, force your opponent to attack things on the shoreline, it's very, very helpful. So you got to try and find the health-efficient building. So what's a health-efficient building? This is 1,500 for 150. That's 1,000 for 100. Maybe the market? No, that's 100 wood, 1,000 resources. I wonder what the most health-efficient building is. Maybe the outpost. Yeah, the outpost, because it only costs 70 wood. So it's definitely the outpost, because it's 70 wood and 1,000 health. So it's got a pretty nice ratio on it. What has the Rack's got? 1,500. Uvu's got 1,500. Costs 150, 150. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be about it. Oh, prayer tent, actually. Prayer tent looks pretty offensive. Oh, no, never mind. Siege Workshop? Siege Workshop? How much? No. Siege Workshop isn't going to count either. It's interesting. Siege Workshop's got 2,100 health. Same with the prayer tent. Why is that? They've got like... They only cost 200 each, and yet they've got 2,100 hit points. What's the go with that? Oh, the Siege Workshop costs 300. Jeez Louise, that's expensive. I thought it was 200. Have I been paying 300 this whole time? I've been getting ripped off. I thought I was having a great deal. Turns out I wasn't. Capoche now building up a significant mass. Only 6 crossbows in here, 39 men-at-arms. So it definitely seems like men-at-arm meta is still the go-to, at least for Mongol mirrors. And now beginning to push through. He's got to be careful. Explosive Dows getting in on the mix here. Hera doing his best to try and come through. You can see that these Dows are trying to push through, getting some great explosions off. They are going to try and... Is he focusing them down? It doesn't even look like he's focusing them down. It's going to be trying to work its way through. The explosive Dow does manage to get through. Hera needs to click that one before it does explode. In fact, it looks like his opponent, Capoche, is still going to be able to hold here. So finally that Dow going to be coming through. It gets a great explosion off there, but... I mean, the majority of Hera's military has gone down during that time just simply because the Dows couldn't get through in time. And a War Junk survives with 21 health. At the same time, we're going to push over towards Hera's base. Capoche going to be having a great time here. Where is Hera's military at this point? We're going to take a look on the minimap and see exactly where it is. Hera's just... Where's Hera's army? Where's Hera's army? He's got 27 military. It's somewhere on the map, but it might all be boats. Did the Dows get taken out? Where's Hera's army? Hera actually expanding out with a second town center. Hera, you greedy monkey, you. Second town center now going to be potentially under stress. He could probably put a ram down onto that bad boy and force it dead. But now going to be taking out some villages here as well. Hera actually... Oh, Hera. Oh, you're over on your opponent's side. You've got +1 range for some reason. Why you got +1 range defense? Enemy's got +2 melee. Oh, Hera, it's not feeling good. Town center not even going to need a ram to go down. Look how fast this bad boy is going down. Villagers going to be evac'd out of here. A couple of those guys doing their best to carry their fish out with them, but not going to have a lot of luck here. Yam Network going to be buffing them out. They're going to be sprinting out at that light speed and heading over to a Gur. I don't know how I feel about that Gur at this point. I'd really love a castle, but both players playing Mongols makes it very difficult for a castle to come down. But now Hera going to continue to try and hold onto the water. You can see he's got plenty of war junks up here, so going to be holding on for dear life and now looking for raids over towards his opponent. We see him sieging down the military production of his opponent here, so he's trying his best to go for a little bit of a base trade, but he is losing villages here. Hera at the moment on 70 villages, going to be going down towards that 70 number as these 3 do die. So unfortunately, those ones are going to be losing their lives. We'll take a look over at his opponent, see where Capoche is at. Capoche at 78 villages, so Capoche has got the single town center, yet to add in a second one, at least that's what it looks like. Yeah, yet to add in a second town center, but still going to have that villager lead for the moment. And now we see, gosh, these men-at-arms run so fast, dude. At least they look like they run fast. Man, the Mongol men-at-arms look so cool, don't they? Like, you just wouldn't want to fuck with them. They kind of look like the terracotta warriors. Men-at-arms now up towards the north as well. Capoche getting a nice little raid in here. Men-at-arms kind of the pseudo raid units or the pseudo lancers of Age of Empires 4. I feel like they're somewhat interchangeable. And, you know, coming from Age of Empires, I think Age of Empires 2, where, you know, that line of unit wasn't really useful, it's a nice change. It's a nice change to have it, but you really got to start asking the question, you know, at what point does the men-at-arms get too strong? And I kind of feel like we might be at that point as players continuing to mass them against each other. I mean, we haven't really seen the crossbow masses come out that much at this point, but who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see how this outplays, or this outplays, how it pans out. We'll have to see how it pans out and whether Hera actually looks to add in more crossbows. He's having a difficult time, though. He's down 1,000 score at the moment. He's getting fought underneath the town center, but keep in mind, town center only does 8 damage, so this town center going to be firing off on these men-at-arms, but barely doing anything. It's doing 2 damage a pop, so 30 damage towards these units. So they're going to be absolutely fine. It's going to take 6 volleys for them to be killed. But now, towards the base of Hera, he is continually under pressure. More villagers up towards this north. He's got 69 villagers here. At least he will for the next couple of seconds, so we'll give him a nice while he's got it. Nice. And I don't think he looks too long for this world. I mean, at this point, what are his options that he can do? Like, obviously, he can control the water. He can control the narrative across this choke point. But by the same token, like, he had a really good option to push down here towards the south. And he kind of blew it with the explosive junks. You guys get it? He blew it. You get it? You get it? You get it? He blew it. But, yes, didn't have a lot of luck with it. But managing to get some good shots there. Looks like he's still attacking his enemy over towards his base. But now that dock going to be going down, you can see there was a war junk inside it. And explosive junk's going to get fired upon there. So Hera still not yet to really break through on the water yet. By the same token, Capoche doing a great job of breaking through over on his opponent's land side. So these men-at-arms still running rampage over here. We'll do a quick stock take. 78 villagers for Capoche and 63 now for Hera. So Hera was on that 2 town center for a period, but he's obviously getting cleaned up pretty handily at the moment. Men-at-arms going to be coming in. He does have the +1 upgrade now, so ideally looking to get that +2 upgrade. That insulated helm, not got it just yet. And going to be chasing away that single crossbow with the men-at-arms there as well. We'll have a look on from Capoche's perspective and see what he's got going. Yeah, a couple of units going to get picked off there. He's got to be careful. We've got more, actually got explosive junks coming out now for Capoche. And he's just slowly working his magic all over the map. Second town center again going to be coming down here from Hera. And Capoche obviously going to find this one, spot it. We'll see whether he looks to play the same position. Capoche doing a pretty decent job here of falling back. And this is why it's so hard to lead with demo ships, because it's very easy to kite them. So the best way I've found to do it is you got to keep your demo ships inside your mass, and then you got to kind of like let them through, which is what Hera did, but he couldn't get the demo ship through, and it was, you could see him trying his best, but the demo ship was just wigging out like crazy. Khan now going to be coming back in this Mongol mirror, and really looking to secure up a victory now as he begins to push in towards his opponent with these 7 war junks. Hera, by the same token, has got 7 of them out. I'm curious what upgrades we've got for these players. So Hera still yet to grab Navigator Lookout. We'll take a look at his opponent. He hasn't actually grabbed Navigator Lookout as well, so that would give him a +1 range there. He does obviously have the additional sails and more military beginning to push through for Capoche, so he does find an opening there. There was no demo ship covering the crossing for that short, brief amount of time. But now towards the base of his opponent, he continues to harass and continues to force these villagers off. He's just absolutely all over him at this point, and Capoche really looking incredible in this series. So if you've made it to this point, you probably have watched the first 2 games, and or you're not interested in them. So yeah, I will spoil it. So Capoche currently up 2-0, and this is the 3rd game in the series, and it looks like he's probably going to be victorious, potentially taking it up to 3-0 and match point in this show match series hosted by Lidical. So Capoche looking really, really good. We actually have the forward deer stones and the forward step. Oh, that's from Hera. Never mind. I thought that was from Capoche. I was like, oh my god, Capoche, you're a madman. Forward step it out. What are you doing? Hera actually looking like he might hold the water here. You can see he's got the 3 war junks. The reinforcements obviously doing well, but by the same token, he's just losing land completely. Capoche is all over the top of him at this point. Hera continues to fall back. We've got more men-at-arms coming out, but what is the appropriate response to this? I'm thinking at this point, it's got to be crossbows, right? Like, you can't go mangonels because the men-at-arms will just, unless you've got like 6 mangonels, then it's fine because they can one-shot. Like, it's all about getting that one shot. You can't one-shot them though, then bad luck. Hera finally going to be able to clean this up. He's got double demo here as well, if he wants to bring that into fight. They do get focused down, managing to take out a couple of men-at-arms with them, but it's not going to be enough, as now Capoche has got the 3 war junks and continuing to reinforce across this section, and Capoche looking like he's going to be cleaning up his opponent any second now. We'll have to take a look down at what he's doing, and actually we're just going to have Hera tapping out right then and there. So fellas, if you've enjoyed this cast, make sure you check out Lidical. He's the host of this show match. I'm casting it as a nice little friendly thing that I like to do. Well, not really friendly. I mean, I'm posting this on YouTube. We're making money from it, so look, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you check out Lidical, make sure you check out these 2 players, and I will catch you guys in the next